Now, that is the magic of a sensational theater when fashion meets beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for our beautiful finalist tonight. Wow. This is so great, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the dazzling opening of the 6th annual Miss Bachelorette South Africa, coming to you live from the iconic Lyric Theatre, Reef City, Johannesburg, South Africa. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, all we do is to celebrate the power, elegance, and independence of unmarried, mature women and who are independent between the ages of 25 and 55. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your resident host. My name is Sebasa Mughali, the super duper. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time after 5 years, I am not navigating this stellar journey alone. I am going to be co-piloting this wonderful event tonight with our resident red carpet host, who has been hosting the red carpet, hosting all of you guys, ushering all of you in as you were walking in the theater for 5 years. And this is none other than the first lady presenter of UJTV. And now she is a CNBC Africa field reporter and producer. This is South Africa's rising star in media, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only, the stunning Sally Sitole. Come on, look at that.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Wow. This has been a long time coming.
Long time coming.
Can you imagine? It has been 5 years for me to join the stage with you, Sebasa.
Finally.
Finally.
Yes.
It is an absolute honor to be captain of the ship tonight with you. And I can't wait. Well, good evening, South Africa. But first, before anything, I must give you a compliment. You look absolutely dapper. The super duper. Okay.
You know, I am wearing Stitched Up. This is by the one and only, our very first Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2019, Makhoshi Maponyane. And I'm actually, oh yes, give it up. And I'm actually styled by the most talented Reften 22. That's how I look.
A round of applause for that one, of course.
You haven't disappointed, lady. Look at you.
I mean...
Who are you wearing?
I am dressed by Royal Wardrobe Design.
Royalty girl.
Royalty all the way.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Miss Bachelorette South Africa. And Miss Bachelorette South Africa is doing amazing things.
Oh, yes.
It has building some extraordinary things in the blog, which is Miss Bachelorette Global.
It's coming to Mzanze.
It is coming to South Africa.
Oh, yes.
Listen, the time is now. No more waiting.
Yes. We are just about to be hosting Miss Bachelorette Global someday. You've been praying, ladies and gentlemen, and there are interested countries already, but we'll hear a lot from our founder and CEO.
Of course.
Hey, from all this remarkable, good-looking, gorgeous finalists, there's been keen eyes on them for almost a year. These are our judges.
Of course.
They were making sure that they check their performances, how they're doing, their journey, and all of that. You want to know who they are? Our judges, ladies and gentlemen.
I heard that the judges were very meticulous this year with their finalist and judging process. But without wasting any time, ladies and gentlemen, first up, we've got Sabina G, Health and Beauty Academy in Kyalami, Johannesburg. She walked away as the winner in the Beauty and Fashion category for Women of Stature Awards South Africa. At the Glittering Awards evening held at Indaba Hotel on Saturday, the 13th of April, and the Women of Stature, by the way, it is an award that is a prestigious platform celebrating women's achievements and various fields. Well, she has been in the beauty business for 30 years.
Wow.
I wonder where some of the people were at that time. But anyway, Sabina specializes in doing permanent makeup and provides those services to all skin types. Hello, Sabina. Welcome.
Sabina Glenn, ladies and gentlemen, you may take your seat. And up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a medical doctor by profession, holding a Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery degree, and also completed Masters in Otorhinolaryngology. Oh yes, I got it right. You know it as ENT. Studied short courses in presenting, in acting, voiceovers for radio, television, and corporate videos. An active biker involved in numerous philanthropy works through her biking club, annually adopting orphanage homes and supply them with food, housing, clothing, school uniform, and other necessities. The multi-talented, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Tebogo Leruta. Oh, yes. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for her. Oh. You may take your seat, lady. Looking stunning, as always.
And of course, up next, we've got a multi-award winning entrepreneur, professional image consultant, fashion stylist, and pageant coach. She is a founder of Leading Lady SA and Caviar Luxury Hair, with over a decade of success in the beauty and fashion industry. She was crowned Mrs. Johannesburg 2021, earning 6 additional awards, including Philanthropist of the Year, Businesswoman of the Year. In 2024, she proudly held the title of Miss Top Model. Oh my goodness. The most recently, she was honored with the prestigious 2025 Women of Stature Awards in Fashion and Beauty in the Public Choice Award, celebrating her influence and excellence in the industry as she co-founder of Dethrone Your Demons. She empowers women through emotional healing and confidence coaching and transformative makeovers, using both her personal journey and professional expertise to inspire lasting change. Ladies and gentlemen, Leslie.
Feminine energy that is, and she also like is easygoing, and she blends in with every person, and she cares a lot about the ladies. She always says in the group, "Tell us when you get home, guys." Yeah.
Okay. All right, Anga, I'm just going to give you the last one. What is her strong point?
I think Faith's strong point is that she's very strong-willed, and that makes her quite principled. One of the things that she and I have in common is the fact that we are both preachers' kids. So it's always wonderful to be able to connect with Faith, because you know for sure we'll be able to share scripture. She'll break out in song, and then I'll join her, and we'll always end up having beautiful conversations.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anga Jamela and Faith Nkosi.
Thank you, ladies. And up next, to know better about them, Gail Strauss, ladies and gentlemen, representing Western Cape. And Gail Strauss is actually sponsored by So Extra and also Twin Venture. And there is also Hannah Kobela, sponsored by Exclusive and also Small Dog, AK and Associates, Primitive, Pillars, and Luvia Advanced Dentistry, and she represents the province of Limpopo. Okay, let me start with you, Gail, representing Western Cape. What have you learned from Hannah?
Hannah's consistency has been throughout this journey one of the best. I think she has really gotten out of her shell, and she's shown the world and we as contestants that you can do it with hard work.
If you were to have just 3 words to describe Hannah, what are those 3 words, Gail?
Resilient, soft-spoken, and very loving and caring.
Okay. Oh. Hannah, what have you learned from Gail?
Gail is so kind. Following the fact that even last night I was with her, she actually wears her scars like a badge. That is one thing that I love about her. She doesn't let whatever it is that she went through take the most of her. So she's an empowered woman.
Oh, I think you just took the next question. You just took my next question because I wanted you to tell me like 3 words about her. Just 3 words. 1, 2, 3. Let's hear it.
Okay. Kind, resilient, determined.
Oh, so there's resilience on the 2 ladies. Let's give it up for Hannah and Gail from Western Cape and Limpopo province. Whew.
Okay, and up next, representing the Northern Cape, we have Keletso Marupe and Lebogang Pilani from the Northwest Province.
Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for the ladies.
Okay, ladies, your question for tonight is, Keletso, between soul and kwaito music, which one would Lebo prefer?
I think soul.
Soul music?
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you say yes at the end, okay? And is Lebo more good with children or with adults?
She's good with the kids. Yes.
All right, this seems like a truth or dare situation. Is the answers the truth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now the questions that you have is that if Keletso was to choose a new career, which path would she choose?
I am definitely sure she will choose to be in the media because she is the loudest and the noisiest among us.
Okay, then. Now, this is another tricky one, hey? Let's say both of you were staying in the house together. Lebo, do you think Keletso would prefer a helper or she would prefer doing things in the house alone?
She's a bubbly person. I believe that she can do things by herself. She can run around and do whatever she likes at her own time.
Okay.
No
Ladies and
helper.
gentlemen,
No helper.
we have Superwoman in the building. Give it up for Keletso and Lebo.
And up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mbaliente Jacobs representing Eastern Cape and Noctula Ntombela representing KwaZulu Natal. Yes, let's hear it for the ladies. Let me start here with Mbaliente. What are 2 things Noctula is proud of about herself?
I would definitely say she's proud of standing here today. For those who do not know, this is Noctula's 2nd try. Last time she made it, I think, till top 25. Today, she has fulfilled her dream and she's standing right here on the stage.
Okay. Between her cultural roots and career, which one is on top of Noctula's list? And why?
I would say her cultural roots. Today, we called her Umzulu Paq. One thing about her, she will embrace her language. She will love her music. She's very soft-spoken, but once you have her music on, wow, that beast definitely comes out. So I would definitely say her cultural roots.
Okay. We've had a little bit about you now, Noctula. It's time now that you spill the beans about her. Now, Noctula, sporting or cultural activities for Mbaliente?
I would say sporting. Because as you can see, she's got the body. She eats well. I've noticed that, when we eat our large plates of food, Mbali is very selective and healthy. So she exercises as well. Yes. So.
Okay, so is Mbaliente afraid of heights or water?
Well,
will say height.
Why?
I think, she looks like a person who would love water. I mean, yes, I'm sure she likes water. She's a beautiful lady who looks like she baths and enjoys swimming, like baths every day.
Like make me swear, make me water.
Yes, and like swimming as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Valiente and Noctula.
I must say, I'm really enjoying to get to know our finalists. But let's move on. And next up, we have Palisa Kumalo, sponsored by Boxed with Les, and Rosta Kubayu, both from the Gauteng province. Okay, this must be everyone's favorite. Here's the question. Palisa, if singing was to be Rosta's only choice to save her life, would she survive?
Definitely not.
Rosta, we know now. We know. If Rosta's someone who loves her own space, or she can easily start a conversation with a stranger, what kind of a person is she?
Rosh can start a conversation with a stranger. She has a very accommodative personality and very friendly.
Rosta, what is Palisa's strong point?
Most definitely her beautiful, infectious smile.
Okay, and let me take it back to music, right? Between soul and amapiano, which would Palisa prefer?
Definitely piano.
Okay. All right, no, I see where the singing is going, right? Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Palisa and Rosta.
And up next, we have Tiyani Vukela, representing Gauteng province, and Vuyo Mpapela, sponsored, representing Eastern Cape, and she is sponsored by Good Meat. Vuyo, let me start with you. What is Tiyani's favorite dish and why?
Tiyani is a very cultural person, so I want to believe she loves Venda or Shona food. Tsonga. I just know it's, yeah. Love the...
What is this?
It's the dance.
Is the dance?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, is Tiyani afraid of heights or water?
She's probably afraid of water, like any black person.
Oh, so you already put me in that category.
You will have to prove yourself out.
I can take that.
Okay. Now, Tiyani, what's Vuyo's dream about women empowerment?
Wow. I think one of the reasons why she's here, she wants to empower women to say that no matter the age, no matter where you come from, no matter the circumstances, you can still achieve your dreams.
Okay. Looking at, because you got to be closer with her, and she had to be closer with you also. Looking at her, is she an outgoing person, or she likes her own space, indoors, and why?
She's definitely outgoing. I remember when we go for our rehearsals or whatever that we need to do within the pageant, should always be my first contact to say, and I call her Mom Vuyo because she gave me the vibes of say, Tiyani, I'm a mom here. So, hey, relax, respect me. So she's definitely outgoing because she's always the first person that I go to whenever I need something. And She's so patient. I remember when
No, so
she could.
I call her No.
Is that a nickname?
No, it's referring to a younger person.
Oh, no. I got that.
So yeah, she is outgoing and so patient. I remember when we went to our TV shoot, I was so late, and then I was trying to like say I'm in the Uber, and at that time I was not yet in the Uber, you know. And I saw her calling, and I saw her typing, and I had to call to say no. Please, I apologize, I'm coming, you know? So, but I love her patience, because when I got there, she didn't give me the vibes of saying, you're wasting my time. She just jokingly said that when we get there, I'll tell them that it was not my fault.
Oh, yeah. Let's give it up for the ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, Tiyani and Vuyo. Oh, wow. Listening to these conversations, ladies and gentlemen, I got the sense that there's a lot of sisterhood amongst these ladies. There's no cat fights. Looking at the very first queen of Miss Bachelorette South Africa, when I speak about all of this, and I'm like, there's no cat fight, right? Oh, yes. She says, no cat fights. So I had a lot of sisterhood right there. Okay, we are now getting to be ready for the next moment, ladies and gentlemen. As the band will be setting up for our next performance, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to have a word or two with the reigning queen. I think it's the right word. I don't want to use another word. The reigning queen, Ntswaki Mabaso. All right. I think she does look a queen. All right? It feels like yesterday when I announced your name, Ntswaki, and I think I was standing like downright stage when I called your name, and you felt like it was like a dream.
It still feels like a dream. You know, I look at the crowning moment and it still gives me goosebumps. It still feels just like yesterday. I was saying to Refula backstage earlier on, I'm like, wow, I can't believe it's been a year already. Like, unbelievable.
So when you were crowned the 5th Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2024, Ntswaki, how has your journey been? Like, here I'm looking at your family, how you impacted their lives, you know, your colleagues at work, and also like people that might be around you.
Okay, let's start with the family. I mean, the family was extremely proud. I'm sure they are all here right now. Shout out to the fans, still showing support, even as I'm about to hand over my crown today. And then from a work perspective, I think I lost my name. I was never Ntswaki anymore. I was now officially called Miss Bachelorette, Miss Bachelorette. You know, that just became my official name at work, but it's been absolutely amazing. And then from a friend's perspective as well, you know, they never stopped loving me. They never stopped showing me support. Even during all of the outreaches that I did and all the work that I've done for Miss Bachelorette, they've always been behind me all the way. And thank you guys. Your support is much appreciated. I would not be here without you guys today.
Speaking of the projects, I hear you talking about, you know, outreach projects and stuff like that. How has your title or your reign impacted the vulnerable mostly?
So I think since the days leading up as a finalist, I always knew that I had the passion for giving back. So I knew there was a philanthropist in there, just lying dormant inside me, right? And what I appreciate about this journey is it awoken that side of me, right?
Which is in line with the Miss Bachelorette Community Foundation.
Exactly, 100%. So I adopted a foundation in Orange Farm called Ernest Foundation. They are also here today.
Come on, come on.
They are also here today.
And then during the initiatives that I did, I collected sanitary towels for them and donated it to them. I did initiatives where I donated clothing parcels, food parcels, even hosted a party for the kids, because kids are very close to my heart. Because in the country that we live in, gender-based violence and femicide is very rife. And it's very important that we create a safe space for our children to make sure that they are not vulnerable and find themselves in a space where they are vulnerable to perpetrators because they need to rely on a man for food, for example. So let's feed the kids so that they can focus on studying and gaining their independence.
Big up. Let's big up. Let's big up. Oh, just a few minutes from here. Now you are handing over that crown that you love so much. And I know there's a petition that you were actually trying to put together that we extend your reign.
Please. I mean, I asked for 5 years.
I mean, she's not the first one. She's not the first one. We've had that. The only person who has never had the petition, it looks like, is the first crowned. But all of them, like Kaya Kasikoto, the Mbali, Murife don't run. She almost ran away with it to KZN.
You know what, Mbali? I'm definitely with you. I think I'm going to run with the crown tonight, hey? You guys are not going to find me after this. This is the last you see of me, just so you know.
Security, can we beef up? All right, where to from here? I mean, after handing over the crown, where do we see you, Zaki?
I think after being crowned Miss Bachelorette South Africa, I became part of the family. The Miss Bachelorette organization has been an amazing organization, always advocating for sisterhood and independence and making the lives of the disadvantaged better. So I think this is a family that I'm never going to leave. I still want to continue to be part of the family, even for years and years to come. So hopefully in about 5-10 years' time, when we are doing 15 years, I will still be here, even though I'll be not going to reveal my age, but even though I'll be a couple of years older than I am right now, I still want to be a part of this journey. And I think more importantly, I want to continue the journey of giving back.
It doesn't matter how old you are with Miss Bachelorette South Africa. I'm sure you have seen that we accommodate women from the age of 25 up to 55. I mean, I know somewhere they say, I give Bugogo. Look at Bugogo then today.
100%. I mean, they only say you are 55 years young, not 55 years old.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Faith Miss Bachelorette South Africa. Nzwaki Mabaso. Oh, it's now time, ladies and gentlemen, to let loose and just enjoy ourselves. You can even get up, on your feet. Enjoy the music. That is a fusion of the wind instruments. Ladies and gentlemen, annually, our beachwear competition is dedicated to every woman who has ever experienced any form of abuse in her life. Our finalists are saying to every abusive man out there, my dress code does not give you the right to abuse me.
With makeup done by FHB, Fortune Hair and Beauty, in association with KK Glamorous Studios, and Hair by Kitubo, Birthing African Warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, time now to see our finalists in their beachwear by Style Saga, as they are accompanied by Marimba Field Band Foundation, live on stage.
Our beachwear competition!
Africa. And by the way, the ladies get to keep their beach wear. Of course, accompanied by Marimba Field Band. Can you give them a round of applause?
Oh, man. Miss Bachelorette South Africa is always, like, doing the best every year.
It's always vibrant, and there's something about beachwear that just unleashes your confidence, hey?
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't know, but maybe let me ask the ladies. Ladies, when you wear your beachwear, do you feel like I am rocking the world? You see, I told you.
Whew. So nice to co-pilot with you, right?
It's a pleasure.
I love that. Oh, you will notice, ladies and gentlemen, that since Miss Bachelorette organization stands firm against gender-based violence plus femicides, through its philanthropic wing, Miss Bachelorette Community Foundation, they are able to raise funds to adopt and support families with small business startups. Yes.
And through Miss Bachelorette South Africa, by the way, it does have a Miss Bachelorette Community Foundation.
That's right.
Which helps communities like Deep Sloot in Johannesburg, where they help young people from impoverished communities better their education and support them educationally. But if we want to see more about what they do, let's have our eyes on the screen. I don't think that's enough. Let's give it up for our founder and CEO. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Refila Morali. Listen, the bio is long, so pay attention. She is a model, a multiple pageant title holder, a marketer having serviced the public broadcaster in South Africa and one of the big network providers in the country. She's, of course, an entrepreneur, voice artist, and now presenter, producer, editor, executive producer of a new TV show, Miss Bachelorette South Africa TV, which, by the way, has 3 episodes right now on YouTube. She has interviewed our reigning queen, Ntswaki, and that of our finalist. But listen, I just want to know more about her, because if it was not for her, we were not going to be sitting in the lyric theater today. Ms. Morali, welcome.
Thank you so much. I am having a completely different view of you here on stage.
Okay,
I'm
that's
used
good,
to you
right?
being on the red carpet, and I must say, you look stunning, and you are doing a beautiful job.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm truly going to write it in my magic books, Now, Refugee, this is 6th anniversary or annual of Miss Bachelorette South Africa. Why? Why are we here? Why did you sit one day and say, listen, I think South Africa needs a pageant where we need to cater for unmarried, mature, and independent women? Why?
First of all, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for being here tonight. We really appreciate your presence. Sally, I did not sit one day, I sat all my life. And I will tell you why I say that. Because the birth of Miss Bachelorette South Africa speaks a lot to my character and my personality and my journey throughout my life. I have always been in love with the pageantry and the modeling industry. And although when I was younger, I did not understand that it's passion for women empowerment, but I have always had the passion for women empowerment. Only as I grow older, it started making more sense to me to say, oh, so the reason why when I was younger, if I get to be taken to a doctor and I find that it's a female doctor, there was just some element of excitement within me. But I couldn't understand why. As I grow older, I then understood I was born with the passion for women empowerment. And it is so sad and unfortunate that we are dealing with one of the biggest pandemics in South Africa, which is gender-based violence. And I must say, this pandemic is making my women empowerment passion like go beyond the roof. Like even the sky is not the limit, because it is literally breaking my passion. I am saying let's empower women, and unfortunately some perpetrators are saying let's stamp on top of women's heads. So that is mainly the reason why I eventually came up with this concept. Miss Bachelorette South Africa was born and created with the sole purpose of fighting against gender-based violence and femicide, from the angle of trying our best to push the message to the society as a whole out there, for us to start focusing more on independence and far much less on marriage. Wow. And I do not want to be misunderstood. I am not saying people should not get married. I'm a married woman myself. I would never discourage anyone from getting married. All we are saying is, especially given the high rate of gender-based violence in our country, let us empower our children's minds and make sure that they focus on independence, especially the girl child. Let's stop asking our girl child, when are you getting married? Can you imagine, as a sister, as a colleague, as a mother, when you keep asking your daughter, when are you getting married? When are we seeing a boyfriend? What's wrong with you? You are literally giving them pressure. And unfortunately, there are those women who cannot take that pressure to a point where they end up enduring abusive relationships, because all they want is to make you happy by getting married. They endure, they hold on, because they are just, in their minds, the ultimate goal is, if only this man someday can say, will you marry me? Then at least my mom, my sister, my colleagues will be happy, will be proud of me, will start seeing me as a complete woman, because every now and then I have to deal with the pressure of them asking me what is wrong with me. There is nothing wrong with you, my sister, my little girl. You are complete. You are enough as an individual. If marriage does happen to come in your life, let it happen when it happens, if it happens, without you putting yourself under pressure. Focus on independence. Ask your children, when are you starting a business? Instead of asking them, when are you getting married? Empower. That is exactly why you see us having the philanthropy division of Miss Bachelorette South Africa. The video that you just saw here, Diepsloot Secondary School is one of the bodies, if I may put it like that, because we empower in different ways. There's a school, there are families, etc. So Diepsloot Secondary School is one of the disadvantaged but yet very disciplined schools. So we try our best to make sure that where they lack resources, we empower them with those resources as much as possible, because that speaks to the future independence of our girl child.
Wow. I mean, where do I even start after this? But Refilwe, this is the 6th annual Miss Bachelorette South Africa. I'm going to ask you a tricky question. You know, at the beginning of the year, we all write New Year resolutions, right? And at the end of the year, we need to go back and reflect, what did we achieve, right? So Refilwe, after 6 years, well, 5 years, what have you achieved?
We have achieved so much. I am telling you now, regardless of the limited resources that we are operating under, the most important thing for me is to see some finalists able to give me a call 2 years, 3 years down the line when I least expect it. And they say to me, do you know that after my journey at Miss Bachelorette South Africa, I started doing this. I started caring less about what people say about me. I started my own business. I started this. I gained confidence, and. That is the sole purpose of Miss Bachelorette South Africa. The women that are participating annually are women aged between the ages 25 and 55. And we deliberately chose that age group because that is within the age group where you have to, if you are not married, you start dealing with that pressure. When a girl child reaches the age of 25, just beyond her tertiary years, that's where we start saying to her, yes, my baby, we are proud of you. You have obtained your diploma, your certificate, your degree, whatever the case might be. Next up, it must be marriage, as if it is compulsory.
Unfortunately, you would have seen in the past few months, weeks, on social media, we have been seeing hashtags, hashtag justice for Kwekwe. Refilwe, we are battling with gender-based violence in South Africa.
Absolutely.
Are we winning?
It's so sad to see that things are moving. According to me, we are actually moving from bad to worse. It's very sad. And I am still going to repeat what I said earlier. It is on the shoulders of each and every one of us to empower each other. It is on the shoulders of each and every one of us to empower our children in our households. Because yes, we blame some of the circumstances that we find ourselves under on the justice system and on the government and whatever the case might be. It's so sad that sometimes we do not realize that we are indirect perpetrators in our own households. Which is why, like I said earlier, when you are giving your daughter, your fellow sister, the pressure for them to get married, you are indirectly a perpetrator. Because if that woman if your daughter, your younger sister, whatever the case might be, happens to be in an abusive relationship, they may not even speak out. And the more they don't speak out, what happens? Exactly. Things just keep moving from bad to worse.
Refilwe, I've been with Miss Bachelorette South Africa since inception.
I know.
And I know that you've got big plans for the organization. But talk to me about Miss Bachelorette Global.
Ooh. That has always been the ultimate goal. From the very beginning, we never saw this as a national project, but as an international project. So what we are year in, year out striving towards is to obviously still continue having Miss Bachelorette South Africa, but then eventually host a Miss Bachelorette Global, where we will be bringing the world to South Africa. You get to have a candidate from different countries, a Miss Bachelorette Ghana, Miss Bachelorette Angola, Miss Bachelorette China, Miss Bachelorette USA, you name it, coming here to come and compete for the coveted title of Miss Bachelorette Global against the then reigning Miss Bachelorette South Africa.
Sure. You have to give that a round of applause. Come on. Now, I think, I'm not too sure, but I don't think you could have done this alone, Refilwe.
Absolutely not. Let's start with you. You just said you've been here since the inception.
I have.
We wouldn't have done this without you. Definitely wouldn't have done it without
But
you.
I want to know the team. Can you tell me more about your team members?
Absolutely. I actually would like to humbly request that we give them a round of applause as they ascend the stage. I would like for them to please join me. My team, here they come. An awesome, awesome team that I have been working with. Blood, sweat, and tears, you name it, they have been by my side. Where is everybody else? Why are you on your own? That is how dedicated they are. They probably are still hectic, making sure that everything goes according to plan. Once again, when I speak empowerment, this is what I'm talking about. I am sure my team can attest to the fact that they have grown, they have matured, they have learned a lot because of this journey. And in case you didn't know, the two ladies that are on stage here now being part of the team, they are also former participants of Miss Bachelorette South Africa. The lady standing next to me, her name is Janine Nicholson. And then the lady on the extreme side. I always battle to introduce her because she's like, you will understand when I say her name in case you didn't know. Her name is Mohale Refilwe. And then the thorn amongst roses, I always say a true reflection of what I would love to see us do more. Having men, even more men, being involved in projects that are fighting against gender-based violence and femicide. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lloyd Mohane. Thank you so much, my team. You know how I appreciate you. I definitely would have never, ever even been able to begin if it was not for you. Thank you so, so much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Refilwe Mohale and the team.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you forgot something?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what is it?
All of our sponsors.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much. There's quite a number of you. I don't want to attempt mentioning each one of you and then miss someone because it's also not easy being here. I'm a bit nervous. Thank you so, so much to all our sponsors. We really, really appreciate you. And all the role players as well. Our judges, you've been awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Some of the judges are actually our sponsors as well. We really, really appreciate your contribution. Each and every one of you who are here, thank you so much. Reef City as well, thank you for your support. We really appreciate it. Sally, thank you. Your co-host as well, Sibasa Mohale, we appreciate the both of you as well. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Can we have a big round of applause for our sponsors, please?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your finalist on stage in the evening gown. gentlemen, Anga, Faith, Tiyani, they are dressed by Leaky Great Eye. Let's give it up for the designer. Dressed by Simply Moy. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give it up for Gail, Valiente, and Nokutula. These ladies are dressed by Simply Moy. Bonani Designs, dressing Hana, Lebu, and Fuya. Let's give it up for Bonani Design. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Kelezo, Balisa, and Roshta, dressed by Mwaba Clothing. Looking all great and vivacious, ladies and gentlemen, our finalist, dressed by Leaky Great Eye, Simply Moy. They're dressed by Bonani Design and Moaba Clothing. Let's give it up for our finalist, and great thank you to all the designers. Oh, yes. Wow. Wow. Well, you know, Sally. Oh, okay.
I see Team Palisa, Team Kumalo, Limpopo.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay. It's electrifying in the theater.
It is. The building is definitely on fire.
The roof is coming down, not by music, eh?
Oh, by cheers. What?
By cheers, actually by rent-a-crowd.
Yes.
I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, aren't they looking great?
I would say
I love that.
Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2025 for 2025.
I love your rhyme. We should do a single together and release it next week. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that time of the evening where we honor two of your beautiful finalists with some special awards. And these awards are your Miss Congeniality, and the 2025 Achievers Award. Now, the Miss Congeniality Award is voted for by the finalists themselves because they look at this lady and go like, she's the warmest, she's the friendliest amongst us all. Listen to this. Listen to this. Amongst us all. And they vote for that particular lady. Okay. Now, may I have the results? By the way, these results are brought to me by the second runner-up of Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2024. Lorraine. Oh, yes. Hey, how you doing?
I'm so well, thank you. Wonderful evening, ladies. You look lovely.
May I have the results? The results are written special awards. May I move away a little bit? I'm afraid this eyes might peep. You know, you'll find someone jumping beforehand because they peeped through my results. I don't want that. I don't want to Steve Harvey anyone. Running away from the beautiful ladies. Miss Bachelorette, South Africa. Woo. Okay. Now, the winner of Miss Congeniality, as voted for by the finalists themselves, goes to Anga Jamela!
Congratulations!
These ladies said yes, yes. It can only be Anga Jamela. Now listen to this. She also, Anga Jamela, also takes away a dressing ring worth 3,000 rand. Hear me well, a dressing ring worth 3,000 rand, courtesy of Jones Jewelry Works. Let's give it up for Anga Jamela and our gracious sponsor, Jones Jewelry Works. And let us watch what Jones Jewelry Works are all about, ladies and gentlemen. Let us watch. There you have it. JJW, thank you so much for being so gracious with that prize sponsor.
Hey. Ooh, I don't like this tense music. I don't like it at all. But up next, we have a newly category of an award, which is the Achievers Award. This Achievers Award is a distinguished and a newly introduced honor by Miss Bachelorette South Africa. And what does it mean? this award goes to a finalist who has shown determination, resilience. Some people may say she came top of her class. I don't know, but that's what some people may say. This award celebrates not just her achievements, but her relentless spirit and dedication to becoming the best version of herself. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Achiever Award goes to ladies and gentlemen, Hannah Kobela.
Before you go, Hannah, please, before you go.
We've got something for you. Ladies and gentlemen, she also takes away a beauty treatment worth 5,000 rands, courtesy of Sabina G. So if you want to know about what Sabina G does, let's take a look at our screens.
Congratulations, Hannah.
It's offered by Sabine G. Permanent makeup, manicures and pedicures, facials, eyelash extensions, laser, plasma, Botox and fillers, carboxy, threads, aesthetic training, waxing, massage, tinting, slimming and weight loss, hair extensions, training, tattoo removal, ear piercing, black diamond facial, tanning, keratin treatment, and microneedling. Book your appointment today. Sabine G Beauty Academy.
Let's take a moment to congratulate all the finalists who are standing on the stage. It has been an incredible journey. What do you think?
It's been really incredible and wonderful. And all thanks also to our gracious sponsors, the prize sponsors. Thank you so much, Sabine G. And also the JJW. Thank you. As the ladies leave the stage, ladies and gentlemen, looking all that beautiful, let us also give it up for the Field Band Foundation National Band. Come on! The Field Band Foundation. National Band! Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Wow. I love this last part. Like that special stuff.
Ding, 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 ding. Come
Special
on.
song.
Ding, 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 ding.
Come
ding,
on.
Ding. Ah. But I want
Loved
to
it.
ask you a classic question.
Loved it, man. Classic.
Did you know some of the questions, some of the songs that they play?
Some of the
here?
songs that they were playing here?
Yeah.
I have the national anthem.
Okay.
Yes, and I have the special stuff.
Okay.
This one that they just played.
Okay.
You don't know it. You know I'm a piano girl.
All right. Okay. All right. Man, that was so fun.
Wow, that was so nice.
You never know.
You
Keep
never know.
subscribing. Keep
Whoa.
subscribing. Keep sharing. Keep commenting. You never know.
You know.
You never know.
Okay, the ladies are back on stage, and it can only mean one thing. We are now moving to the next level of the competition. And that level is your top 8. It's getting hotter and hotter. Can we have the results, judges? Did you verify the results at Central Consulting? Yes, you did. Can we have our second runner-up, Lorraine Strauss, giving me the results? I want to stand here, please. Yes, I want to stand here, and you're going to give them to that beautiful lady, the results. There we go. Yes.
My hands are shaking.
Understandably so.
Okay. Are you ready for this? By the way, let us give a moment to these ladies, because for the past few months, they have taken this journey to grow, learn, inspire, and to be inspired.
Yeah.
Ladies, I want you to take this moment to just let it sink in. You have done so well. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
And by the way, in your top 8, we already have your top 5. We already know the top 5 results in your top 8. Yes. But we are giving the top 8 to celebrate, to have this moment, to celebrate for the journey that they've traveled since they started this competition last year, immediately after crowning Mswaki Mabaso. Just like what we're going to do after crowning tonight. Yes. Next month, we are opening for the entry for next year.
Already?
Already, girl.
Oh, wow.
That's
okay.
how we roll.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I think the people are waiting, right?
All right. So, family, if we call your family member, you need to make sure that you archive as much as you can.
Okay. In no particular order. The first position for the top 8 spot goes to Kobela!
Yes! And the reason why we start with Hannah Kobela, she's just won the Top Achievers Award. This is because she was leading throughout the competition, the voting lines. She was blowing them. And she is now the first to occupy the spot in top 8. Let's see. Let's hear it for Hannah.
Moving on. Tiyani Vukela. All right. 4 spots left in the top 8. sorry, 6th place. I'm sorry. Next up, we have Vuyo Kobela. Maybe you can help me with this one. How many spots left? Okay. Next one. Gail Strauss. It's getting tougher. It's getting tougher. Next one, we have Anga Jamela. All right, without wasting any further time, Noctula Ntombela. How many spots left? It's getting tougher. All right, second last position goes to Rasta Kubai. Shoo, it's getting tense. Ladies and gentlemen, the last top 8 spots goes to Faith Nkosi.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, your top 8. And let us congratulate the rest of the ladies for making it this far. It has been an incredible journey for them. Remember, Miss Bachelorette South Africa is looking for a role model, but not a supermodel. It doesn't matter how tall you are. It doesn't matter how short you are. It doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how petite you are. You are a role model that we are looking for. The judges will propel you to that spot. Let's give it up for your top 8. Like I said, we have your top 5 already. These results already have your top 5. Can we have Lorraine Stalls bringing your top 5? Oh man. It's still in no particular order. Thank you so much, Lorraine. Hey. Let me be safe and be downstage right. This top 5, remember, there is already a question from the judges. One question for all of them. They need to answer that question. But now, in no particular order, the one who has been propelled to your top 5 by popular demands, Kobela. Oh yeah. And I said in no particular order. The second spot to be occupied, ladies and gentlemen, Gail Strauss. Oh, Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2025. Crazy like that. The third spot, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Anga Jamela. There's 2 spots remaining, and there's 5 ladies behind me. Oh, man. But hey, who am I? I'm not a judge. Who am I? I am not Accentral Consulting. I'm just the MC. The 4th spot belongs to Tiyani Vukela. You know, I have unpaid judges somewhere this side. They celebrate more than these paid judges here in front. The last spot remaining, and there's 4 ladies, all deserving to be called, but there can only be one to take that spot. The 5th one to occupy your top 5. In random order, it goes to Faith Nkosi. Let's give it up for the rest of the ladies for making it this far. You have done so well for yourselves. Ladies, this is your top 5. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Yes. In the order that we have called you. In the order that we have called you. So the first one to be called was Hannah. So she will remain to answer the question. And Gail, Anga, Tiyani, and Faith, the gentlemen, will help them with their music festival. You know how we do it, right? Yeah. There's gonna be a music festival for them. They won't hear a thing. I can promise you that. You can scream, you can shout. They won't hear a thing.
They won't.
I want my DJs to tell me they are okay.
We should do a test, eh?
Yeah, we should do a test.
Yeah, to just verify.
Yeah, but maybe let's look at the handsome guys.
Okay.
You know, the handsome guys, there's some handsome dudes in black. Once they say they are ready, and we put a test to it.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot. You know, girl.
It's getting tougher and tougher.
Are we good? Oh, they're saying thumbs up.
Okay.
Hold it, guys. We're gonna put a test, all right? We're gonna put a test to make sure that they are in a festival, all right? Okay, because I know all their names. Anga, you know, when we are... Okay. Okay, let me do another test. Do you want to do another test?
Yeah, let's do another test.
Okay, just test for the last time. Gail Strauss!
No, they are out of this world.
Let's work.
They are out of this world.
They are in their whole world, in their own world. Now, you are the only one who can hear this question, and the rest of us, except for them. All of them will have to answer this question. Can you help me with the mic this side? No.
I've got my supporters in the building.
No, I know she's very creative. She'll come with something.
I've got my
Y2K.
supporters.
I'm gonna regret it, I know. But can I have fun while I still can? Hannah, what impact do you think Miss Bachelorette South Africa has had on the fight against gender-based violence plus femicide? And how will you contribute to the cause should you be crowned tonight?
Miss Bachelorette South Africa had a great impact on the women, mostly the unmarried, mature and independent women. I have to say unmarried because most unmarried women are the ones who go through the most in their alone times and they do not even have anyone to hold their hand. My contribution to the Miss Bachelorette South Africa Foundation is that I'm going to build sisterhood, I'm going to build community groups. Currently, I know that there are sisters that I hold their hand to say, you need to stand up and let's become bolder in brightness. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Next up to be called is Gail Strauss. Please help Gail. Woo. Congratulations, Gail, for making it this far to top 5. It's been quite a journey. All right. This question has already been answered by the one who came before you, Hannah. What impact do you think Miss Bachelorette South Africa has had on the fight against gender-based violence plus femicide? And how will you contribute to the cause should you be crowned tonight?
As a GBV survivor, it has opened up a platform for women like me to come and be starting our healing journey, as well as empowering us. The Miss Bachelorette South Africa Foundation, as well as the Miss Bachelorette South Africa pageant, is empowering women to stand up, and we should be proudly be out there with our scars. And what they are doing in the GBV survivor community is giving us a voice to be heard. So I would want to become a vessel for the survivors.
Thank you, Gail. And next up is Anga Jamela. Congratulations, Anga, for making it this far. It's been quite a journey, I know. So this question has already been answered by your counterparts, 2 of them already. But I'm going to ask you the same question. What impact do you think Miss Bachelorette South Africa has had on the fight against gender-based violence plus femicide? And how will you contribute to the cause should you be crowned tonight?
Gender-based violence and femicide are a crisis for humanity. And I think the Miss Bachelorette South Africa brand is synonymous with advocating against gender-based violence. Having been a brand ambassador for a leading ethnic haircare brand and currently the spokesperson of a national foundation that holds the name of one of Africa's most beloved sons, I understand the importance of lending my voice to causes that uplift others. And I also truly understand the importance of carrying yourself a particular way as a brand ambassador, because that's not only a reflection of who you are as an individual, but also an understanding that you carry the brand that you represent. Thank you.
Thank you, Anga. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is Tiyani Vukela. Yes. Tiyani, congratulations for making it this far. It's been quite a journey, I know. So, but the night is here, and you are in the top 5. This question has already been answered by 3 of your counterparts. I'm going to ask you the same question. What impact do you think Miss Bachelorette South Africa has had on the fight against gender-based violence plus femicide? And how will you contribute to the cause, should you be crowned tonight?
Miss Bachelorette SA has contributed in a sense that it has given women who had no voice the voice to speak up about their stories. The impact that I will make, I believe that the way we raise and nurture our children shapes the individuals they become. So I will help fight gender-based violence by addressing those root causes. To break the cycle of abuse, we need to empower both the girl child and the boy child. Because neglecting our boys results in anger and aggression, driving them to embrace toxic masculinity that perpetuate to violence. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiyani. Thank you so much. The last one, in no particular order, ladies and gentlemen, we have Faith Nkosi. And like the others, congratulations, Faith, for making it this far. The journey has really been so long, but look where you are, in the top 5. This question has already been answered by 4 of your sisters, and I would like to ask you the same question. What impact do you think Miss Bachelorette South Africa has had on the fight against gender-based violence plus femicide, and how will you contribute to the cause, should you be crowned tonight?
Miss Bachelorette SA has contributed to fighting gender-based violence by empowering women that are independent, single, unmarried, and those tend to be the majority of the people that are actually victims of such things. And should I be crowned as a Miss Bachelorette SA queen, I plan to kind of like empower young girls to add on to what Miss Bachelorette has been doing, because the older women have been actually empowered with all this trainings and talks and also the pageant itself. But I believe that the bull is in the calf. So if we empower also young women to also be people that are actually staying in school, knowing that independence can be a tool that can give you liberation to have a choice through education. So through talking to young girls, because I believe also as a black scientist who's currently pursuing a PhD and almost done, I stand to be a good role model to young people that look like me, that come from rural areas, to give them hope, to also know that your immediate environment doesn't have to be the end of you, but you have a chance to actually step up through education and be able to be empowered and be able to live up to your goals and do other things that are empowering you, and you don't have to depend to a man, so that you don't have to be abused. It liberates you.
Thank you so much, Faith Nkosi. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one more time for your top 5. Oh my word. You know, sometimes when people speak, sometimes they loosely say, we are cruising nicely here. Not us now.
All I can
it's
say,
getting hot.
All I can say is you.
Oh man.
The judges have a tough one on that one. Sure.
Oh man. Okay. Now, I want us to see the sponsors video and the prize package. What is it that the ultimate winner will take home after winning, after being crowned tonight? Let's watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the moment we've all been waiting for, let us welcome our reigning queen for Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2024, Ntswaki!
Ladies and gentlemen, as I take my final walk as Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2024, my heart is filled with immense gratitude and pride. Representing the strength and resilience of South African women has been an extraordinary honor. To my family and friends, your support has been my anchor. To the Miss Bachelorette South Africa organization, thank you for believing in me and providing a platform to amplify my voice. This title has allowed me to advocate against gender-based violence and femicide and advocate for the empowerment of women. Not only has it changed my life, but it has given me growth and the opportunity to give back. I hope I have left a mark on the hearts of many. A heartfelt thanks to our sponsors. Your generous support has been instrumental in making this event a success. As I pass on the crown, I am filled with hope for the future. To the next Miss Bachelorette South Africa, embrace this opportunity with all your heart. To all young women, never underestimate the power of your dreams. Pursue your passions with determination and courage. Thank you, South Africa, for this incredible honor. I will forever cherish these memories. And remember, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. With love and gratitude, Nzwaki Mabaso.
Look at the queen. The queen is queening and has been queening. My goodness. You know, where I'm standing, I keep seeing, oh my word. Oh my goodness. This is the moment we've been waiting for, the crucial moment.
I know.
Where now we're going to crown the 6th Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2025. And Queen Nzwaki, who is the 5th, will be crowning with the Queen Mother tonight.
But I just want to ask for the last time. Who will be walking away with the crown tonight? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That one is not convincing.
Okay.
Nah, it's not convincing.
Okay. Can we have the results? I love what I see because the results don't come from judges now. They come from the auditors.
Yeah.
Accentral Consulting. And Lorraine Stalls is bringing me those results. Oh my word. Oh, I don't know how you guys, Lorraine and your other sisters, were feeling last year when I was announcing the results. And this is my favorite spot where I like sitting and standing actually to announce so that I stay away from their eyes. It's written Miss Bachelorette South Africa final results.
Let me actually come that side to support you. I know this is difficult for you. So I'm here as your co-pilot to support you.
Hey, co-pilot.
You know?
I'm gonna read them in reverse. Okay? Because there are 5, we will have the 4th runner-up. That's English. Not number 5. We'll have the 4th runner-up, and we'll have the 3rd runner-up. We'll have the 2nd runner-up, and we'll be left with 2 ladies. Who one of them will be crowned tonight, and the other will be the 1st runner-up. Okay? We've been saying in no particular order, but now I am honored to say, now in particular order. The fourth runner-up, ladies and gentlemen, is Faith Nkosi. The third runner-up is Kobela. Now, there's 3 ladies remaining, and which means there is second runner-up, there's first runner-up, and there's the 6th Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2025.
It's getting tougher.
Who will it be? The second runner-up, ladies and gentlemen. The journey has been long. It's taken by Gail Strauss. Oh. 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 Can you come downstage, ladies? Please come downstage right there. Get your spotlights. And let us announce. All right. All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Can we have some silence?
You guys are stunning. Thank you. One of these ladies will be crowned Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2025. And one of them will be the first runner-up. Now listen carefully. The first runner-up, in case for under any circumstances that the crowned Miss Bachelorette is unable to fulfill her responsibilities and duties as the crowned queen of this current year, the first runner-up will graciously assume to be the Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2025. I hope we are clear there.
I hope you're clear.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family.
Before that, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I'm just going to humbly request that we all stand up to honor this moment for our next queen. Okay.
We have been crowning for the past 5 years. We were supposed to have been crowning for the past 6 years.
Yeah.
This is the 7th, but COVID happened. But now we are here. The 6th Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Anga Jamela! Anga Jamela! Congratulations to Tiyani Vukela as your first runner-up for Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2025.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, let us keep being connected on the social media platforms, on our YouTube page, Miss Bachelorette South Africa TV, on Instagram. Remember, the next entries for Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2026 are open today!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Queen Mother of Miss Bachelorette South Africa is now ushering the newly crowned queen to her chair, designed from scratch by House of Interiors. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. This is the queening moment. And behind the incumbent is Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2024. She's taking her crown off her head and handing over the reins to Anga Jamela.
Ladies and gentlemen, our new Miss Bachelorette South Africa 2025!
Her first walk of the night! Anga Jamela, ladies and gentlemen!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for supporting us today. But remember to stay connected on our social media platforms. And from myself, Seli Sitole, I would like to thank you, my co-pilot, Miss Bachelorette South Africa organization, all the sponsors, and you for joining us today. Your last words?
Oh man, the queen is queening. What can I say? The queen is reigning. Her first day, her first night starts right now. The chair as designed by House of Interiors. Let's give thanks to our wonderful judges, and Central Consulting is our auditors. Let's give thanks to all our sponsors, our supporters, and all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for the love you kept showing to us as Miss Bachelorette South Africa. We love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. I see the queens, I see the queens, I see the queens. From me, your host, Sebasa Burhani, and my co-pilot, the super duper and Sally Sitole.
It has been an absolute pleasure. Good night, everyone!
Good night!